These are strange times. Even those of us who have lived for generations haven't seen their like. It makes one wonder what the point of being an emotional gestalt even is.
You feel different.
Yes. Yes, I have changed these past few weeks. The state of Reverie. The business with glory and chaos. I have not been my usual self. And for that, I apologize.
It's fine. But I need your help now. All of you.
I cannot speak for the others. But you have my allegiance. I will walk with you through these dire times.
Didn't you hear?
No, I was away.
You were in... Never mind. Listen. Ursula just told everyone. Alma, the whole community. They've launched a class action lawsuit against MK.
What?
Yeah, it was her idea. It might even help the Prescients. Her way of apologizing, I guess.
The situation pivots once more.
I certainly didn't expect this. Not at all. It's not like my mother to be so community-minded.
Death is the ultimate clarifier. Your mother has changed. The question now is, will you change along with her?
Quite the speech.
Yes. I'm sorry I didn't let you in on the secret earlier, but, well, I didn't want to take anything away from all this.
Laszlo will be proud.
You think so?
I know so. The last thing he'd have wanted is his death distracting us from the real goal.
The real goal. I've wondered about that. What it actually is.
The end of MK. The freeing of Athena and the unification of Reverie. I suppose.
Hardly much to ask for, is it?
You okay?
I should be asking you that.
I'm fine.
Come on.
Every morning I wake up with the world's worst headache, and I still can't hear out of my right ear.
Nora.
Small price to pay for, stopping MK. For now.
What do you make of all that, then?
Not sure. Still processing.
But it's good, right? It's definitely good.
It's another step. We all need to rest before we even think about actually taking it. Think of everything we've done in, what, a week? It's crazy. I want to see how the trial goes. I'm used to facing MK in the trenches, you know? Civil disobedience, all that jazz. I wonder what can be done in the courtroom. Alma's the type of community that bands together in a crisis. We can help each other more if we rest.
Rest? After seeing Ursula actually give a shit again. I feel like I've just drunk 10 espressos.
That's how I felt, at first. When I met you all, I was in a bad place. Burned out, disillusioned. But thanks to you, Nora, I figured out how to prioritize. Deal with my own needs, as well as Alma's. I don't want to see you lot make the same mistakes I did.
That makes sense. I'm glad you don't sugarcoat it. But your expertise, your work, it's still inspiring.
I understand what you mean, Jade. My mind is in so many places at once. It's disorienting. It takes you over.
Right. Which is why we need to keep ourselves sharp.
A sound tactic, canvassing the many to distill their desires, to discover the truth behind the intent.
I just wanted to know how people were feeling.
Many would not have cared, but you do. Before you, before your mother, no oracle had ever dared test us. To challenge us. Us! The very thought was unthinkable. But with that challenge came a self-reflection, a canvassing, to discover our own truths.
You're welcome.
You remain dissatisfied with our work.
It's all abstractions and rituals. Too much and it becomes frustrating.
An acquired taste, to be sure. But rest assured that we are taking your concerns into account. The final choice still lies ahead. Which of us will you trust to take up the mantle of the heart? To make such a decision, you must be armed with information.
I'm really trying not to think about that.
What if I told you there was another way? Not a choice between aspirations, but a decision about what you might become.
I don't follow.
You will, soon.
Through peace and hardship, the Naiads remains a vital organ within Alma.
It's a serviceable headquarters as well, though I would not call it a stronghold.
It need not be a fortress. This place will persist as long as it brings people together. Life has been stolen from the Naiads, but life has also returned.
Indeed. Wars are not often won or waged by individuals.
This is an organism in itself, Harmony. One which must be nurtured.
Keep its blood pumping.
Unite all of Alma. Our community is essential.
It will be done. For now, all you must do is rest.
It will soon be the time for action, but not yet. Save your strength for the struggle ahead. Harmony, you are on the right path to understanding who we truly are.
Whatever's waiting for me outside.
Has been in motion for centuries.
This is it. And I can't do it alone. Wow. It's already so hot. Oh, come on. You can do it. Let's do this.
Polly, news. Jade's bringing people in today. She's asking for you. She needs your powers to keep everyone safe.
I'll be there.
Hey, the Prescients aren't doing well. They're weak from what MK and Ursula did. They're underfed too, and they badly need medicine, painkillers, anything to help them recover. Can you bring some? Oh, and when you see Jade, make sure nothing happens to her. To anyone. All right?
I'll do my best.
A new batch of people want to cross over. Every day, more people want to try to switch sides and join us, hoping things will get better if we win. Those drones aren't supposed to be out until nightfall. We should be careful. Soldiers are everywhere too. See, this is why I asked for you. We have people on MK's side of town willing to help us, but that won't prevent things from going south.
I have some errands to run. Perhaps I can find something to help.
Maybe, but be careful. Don't get sidetracked. Every minute counts.
That was less than ideal.
Sloppy. That was a real risk.
Dude, what a day. Up for a hug? Yes, please. But quickly.
Feels stupid to ask, but how's everything?
Not great.
Right, gotcha.
We do have plenty of space at the Naiads, at least. We're always open to you, you know.
Oh, me? Well, what will the neighbors say?
Good to see everyone here in one piece.
Mother, you remember Yana? They'll be staying here as well.
At last we meet again. Do make yourself at home, Yana. Your assistance has been very much appreciated.
Thanks. I try.
At this rate, I'm even willing to say a prayer. Not certain who will hear it, especially with the revelation of Reverie, but it can't hurt.
You look tired.
Brilliant deduction.
I'm sorry to bother you, but I wanted to talk. And since we don't know what's coming, I'd like to do it now. After what happened, and I know now isn't the best time, and I hate that it sounds so cliché, but, I like you, Polly. We can leave that kiss on the beach if you want to, but if not, I'd love to kiss you again, now. The rest can wait until morning. Up to you.
If anything happens, will you be here in the morning?
This time, with you, I might be. Going somewhere?
I wish I could stay, but I have to visit Reverie.
Stay then. They'll be there tomorrow.
I really do have to go.
All right. As long as you come back.
How are you feeling?
To be honest, horrible. Drained. All of you, you're not good for each other, or your own world. The terrible vision I saw told me that much. Are our realms really meant to be symbiotic?
Hold up. What are you saying?
Oh, this is why they say to never meet your heroes, darling. It's natural to be disillusioned.
You're correct that Reverie is imperfect and fallible. Indeed, brittle in its way. Your skepticism is not unwarranted, but neither is it productive at this stage.
We're mourning Laszlo. MK is targeting us, and they're hurting almost everyone on the island. They've tortured the Prescients. All over Atina, people are in pain, and they're hurting each other. Brittle is doing badly, and Reverie hasn't helped as much as I hoped.
Such a situation requires more than hope.
Well, at least I tried. This is our oracle. We must not dismiss her concerns.
You have expressed doubts in the past, but we see now that we failed to cast them away.
Aspirations are not gods, nor are we omniscient. We have our limitations as humans do.
There's gotta be something we can still do, right? To make it even?
If Reverie is forsaken, Brittle will never endure.
This isn't the end, darling.
It's up to her.
All right. I've decided. I'll stay.
I can't say I know exactly what you're going through, but you have my sympathy, darling. I was MK's prisoner and I was freed. I see you yearn for your freedom as well. You may yet find it here.
At least, I'm not alone.
I think now is a good time to try boosting morale. Right before battles, great leaders often tell stories or make influential speeches.
I'm not a leader, and definitely not a great one.
May I remind you that you're the only one in touch with Reverie? Your scope of action is much larger than everyone else's. I don't doubt that it's uncomfortable, but people look to you for a reason. It's about the darkest days of Athena. A time when the Oxyon civilization was on the brink of collapse. I think we should try sharing it with people.
There was a war? In Reverie?
Apparently. It doesn't go into details, but it seems the fall of the Oxyon culture set something off across the divide. The aspirations turned on each other. It was quite brutal, it seems.
They never told me.
I guess they didn't want to heap any more pressure on you.
Me?
You. The Oracle. They couldn't find a way to end the conflict, so they created the first Oracle. In turn, the Oracle chose a new heart, and the war ended. Of course, until this week, I thought it was all a metaphor. A parable on trust or something.
And here I was, thinking all copies of that little ditty were destroyed. I'll have to tell Power. It'll send him loopy.
It ends with the aspirations vowing to help Athena in return for the Oracle's aid. Sounds familiar.
I see what you're doing.
Me?
You. Maybe it would do everyone some good. To hear that what we're going through has happened before. And that everything turned out okay.
That's why stories exist, right? Community. A way to share experiences and to shape the collective imagination. To inspire. You coming?
Yeah. Just give me a minute. I think I'm going to go straight to the source on this one. Come on. I know you're there.
Oh, no fair. You cheated. All those powers of yours.
Oracle? Comes with a title. You were listening?
Only a bit. Well, a lot.
Want to tell me about it?
I don't know. The others might get all moody. They don't like talking about it. It's all ancient history this, and water under the bridge that. Then again, perhaps a story might not be the worst idea.
Yeah, I think you're right.
The stage is yours.
Hi, everyone. And so, this is an old Oxyon story that, well, I think it might be just what we all need right now.
Oh, let me tell it. Do go on. I'm ever so good. Pragmatic is my middle name. Not really, of course. It's Suzanne. At first, there was nothing.
At first, there was nothing.
Very nice, good diction. There was nothing for a very long time indeed. And then, there was me. Chaos was born! The first aspiration born from humanity. You see, we're not creators, we're not gods, we're concepts. Your concepts, made real by the collective subconscious. As the first Homo sapiens looked out into the world, all they saw was chaos, unrest, freedom. Unlimited possibility. From that possibility came me. I helped them make sense of the world, embrace the limitless, appreciate the boundless potential.
Then I came along. I taught humanity how amazing community could be. How sticking together made everything a little bit nicer, you know? Every time you lot take a new turn, one of us lot is born.
And for a long time, it was just the two of us, wasn't it, you little gremlin?
That's right. I was the warm fire after a hunt, or a newborn's first squeal.
And I was the growl in the night, the open plain ready to be explored.
And after that, well...
Well, indeed. Things may have gotten a little out of hand.
of the aspirations. It began... I cannot say how it began. Several have claimed the title of instigator. But the first blood was drawn between chaos and power.
That doesn't surprise me.
In a sense, it was inevitable. By our very nature, we attract opposition. Chaos desired greater freedom for Reverie, and so they hoped to abolish the heart. Power disagreed. His army lay siege to the labyrinth of chaos.
Army? Power mentioned something about an army before.
With enough egregor, we are able to conjure familiars, or split ourselves into 1,000 willing facets. Power used both. But chaos laid their traps well, and their trickery ate away at power's advance. They say truth is often the first casualty of war, and so it almost was for us. They attempted to break the deadlock, on whose side I cannot recall, and they paid a heavy price. For my own part, I tried to stem the tide of hostility, but no one would listen. Those were dark days indeed.
It was rather horrid. You saw what happened when you rescued me from that misery pit and removed the heart of Reverie. All hell broke loose. We were all afraid it was only a matter of time until the fighting broke out again.
Reverie and Brittle are mirrors. The state of one affects the other. And in the island of Atina, we found the keystone between the two realms. Was it we who caused the downfall of the Oxyons? Or was it the waning of their culture that forced us to war? Impossible to know. The bond between our realms is not a single strand, but an endless sea of connections.
That whole mess and this one are perfect examples of why we needed an oracle. When you can't rely on causality, at least you can get a second opinion.
Someone to choose the heart. Someone to help shape the direction of Reverie.
Someone to become the heart behind the heart. An observer and a guide.
Worked out pretty well, I'd say.